Hey people, I'm Tika.
And I'm Tim, and welcome to Two Sides of One Coin. Tonight's topics are:
should women marry for love or stability? And on the flip side of that, do Black women deserve love that doesn't require suffering first? Black men deserve love that isn't conditional on what he can provide.
Ooh, juicy topics.
Juicy.
I'm excited. First of all, it's 1/1/11. Happy Veterans Day. I know we'll record this, so it'll be posted later, but to all our veterans, we thank you so much for your service. Yay.
I know. Daddy, if you're listening, thank you. Love you.
We love you, Pops. So where did you want to begin?
Okay, Tim, so first, I have to ask you, because I think everybody needs to define what stability is, because stability could be a lot of things. So you thinking about if a woman should marry for love or stability, what does stability mean to you?
For me, I think stability is that safety net of he'll be there. I think that's why women marry for stability, like the to know that he'll be there. I think that's the stability. Definitely a job. For me, in my eyes, stability for my wife would be the comfort of knowing that if she needed it, I got it. Not just monetarily, but anything she needed, I would have her back with it. What about you? What is stability to you?
Well, I think stability can come in many forms, to be quite honest. I mean, I think stability can come in emotional form. I think stability can come in a financial form. I think stability can come in a mental form. So I think that stability can come in an array of things. But when I hear this topic, and let me first make this clear. T.I. and me was the first people that I ever heard discuss this topic.
Yes, that's where it came from.
Right. So I thought it would be good for me and Tim to kind of elaborate on that, coming from a single man's perspective, where he really wants somebody to marry him based off which one, and then somebody who's already married, me, and what I'm married for. So that's where we got the original topic from. And with hearing this topic, I wanted to talk about it so much because I remember Tiny saying that, you know, Candy's mom told her that she should marry for stability and not love.
Wow.
And I think that coming from the older generation, I think a woman would say that because women did not have as many options as women have.
That's the difference.
So I think that's a big difference. Like for me, I don't think, when I'm looking at it, yes, I want stability, but it's not that financial stability, because that's something I can give myself.
Right. And I think that's something your generation changed. Y'all had jobs. Y'all had careers that y'all didn't need the money side, which made it more difficult for us to, because I grew up in a generation of toxic masculinity. So we didn't know to hug you if you needed it or if you had a long day. A lot of our generation knew if we made money and brought home the bread, it's what we saw. She should be happy. I cooked. She cooked. I cleaned. I took out the trash. I came home from work. But we're in a different age where now a lot of my friends made more than their boyfriends. And I'm like, that's not an issue for me if she make more money. The issue is, can we communicate about it? You know?
So with that being said, with it coming from how it came, you know, that older type of generation, I was like, I don't think I would ever marry someone for that type of stability. My stability comes more from like an emotional side. Are you there for me emotionally? Are you there for me mentally? Can I grow from what you got with me in the past, and now I'm growing into a different person, because everybody as a person evolves? Will you still want to be with me in that aspect? Can you handle that? Me
handle me
as a person.
That part, yeah.
That's my type of stability. But the stability for me would never be financially. And if I don't love you first, I'm not gonna marry you because you're a good friend. Because that type of love is not one and the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna love my friend the way I love my husband. That's totally two different things, totally two different types of stabilities. I think that you get into relationships no matter what it is, and you want a sense of stability. Will this friend be there for me if I make mistakes in a friendship?
My question to you then, so we can agree then that we both would not marry for stability. We would marry for love.
Yeah, of course, because I think that type of love comes the stability that you're looking for.
Right. And I think that's the difference. We see love differently, because I see love in the sense of, if I know the love is there, the stability will be there, the communication will be there, the access to that person's wholeness will be there. So it won't be a question of if we stable, because we could have a mansion and not be stable.
Exactly.
You know?
It could be no stability. And my thing is, and that's why I thought that it was so much pinpointed towards a financial need.
Yeah,
because it's like, should women marry for stability or love? Because if you're marrying for an emotional stability, you love that person. That person is you, you know. But if you get into a marriage because, oh, he makes 6 figures and he can put a roof over my head, and because my
he buys me this.
Right. But at any day, that type of stability can change.
It's
so
flip.
What happens if this guy that's making 6 figures come into your life making that, but then he winds up in a fucked up car accident and now he can't take care of your ass no more? Do you leave?
Do we have a scenario like, what was that movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman? Or do we have a scenario of, do she stick it out and help him through rehab? And even though they both struggling and broke, is she going to stay, or is she going to up and leave as soon as the money dries out? But I think that's a common, not even a fear so much, but a gripe with my generation, because I know I know so many strong women with their own money that their first thought is, if I needed him for money, we good. You know, so I think the emotional stability is at the forefront now, as opposed to in our parents' generation. It was like, listen, I don't have to work. I could be, or our grandparents' generation definitely was barefoot and pregnant, and the man brought the bacon and the women. So the concept has changed now, you know. Yeah. But a lot of men now are marrying for financial stability.
Yeah, and that's kind of strange. And my thing is, do love, I know that back in the day, what a marriage was, it was like a business arrangement. I'm going to give you my daughter for some goats and cows or whatever.
And a lot of places still do that. A lot of places in the world still do that, yeah.
And, oh, my daughter will grow to love you. You know what I mean? But, it's like, but will I really? Like, that's kind of like a toss-up. You know, maybe I will grow to love this person and he turns out to be great. But maybe it was this person and he is such an asshole. like
no.
Just traded me for a fucking goat, and
I can't say really no. Yeah. Or, you know, his end back then, it was very much like, she may not be pretty, but she can bear children type thing. And it's like, whoa, well, that's awful. Like, but we're also, like I said, the times are different now, because a lot of people, especially our age group, aren't really having children, aren't really getting married. And if they are, they're settling down either really young or late in the game. Like, we're not trying to just get wifed or husband off and that be that. Like, a lot of women are now entrepreneurs. Like, no, I have a career, you know, and that's what's beautiful now. We have a different, is the word dichotomy? I'm gonna say dichotomy in the way we look at for love or for stability, you know?
Right. Because I feel like if you truly love a person, you go through the ups and downs and the woes together. You know, your man know that he can lean on you, and he gets a sense of stability from you as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And him feeling like the whole world is on him, and I have to provide everything for this woman because that's what I promised her.
Yeah. I think the only thing a man should be stable in, like, a woman should never pump her gas. You know what I mean? She should always be on the inside of the road if we're walking. Like, those are things that are instinctively not just masculine or feminine, but gentlemanship. You know, chivalry isn't dead. Hold the door for, you know, you don't have to pay for every dinner. You shouldn't be paying for the rent, the utilities, and her car insurance and all that. It's like, well, dang, what are you doing, sweetheart? You know,
Right.
but there should be a balance. Like, she picks up the check sometimes. She should never open the door. She should never pump her own gas or change her own tire. But there are a lot of things where the roles have been blended in a good way. Like, she shouldn't be the only one doing laundry. You know, he shouldn't be the only one taking out. He should take out the trash, but if he wants to cook, it should be his choice to cook as well. Like, those things aren't gender neutral roles. Those are just like, hey, you shouldn't want your woman to be taking out the trash at night.
Right. And not to knock any of those, you know, housewives that's out there that because they have a 24/7 job. I would never say that, you know, that
Right.
has those husbands that are taking care of the mortgage and the, you know, the
Because being a mother is a 24 job, is a full-time job.
is a 24/7 job. It never stops.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't think that a lot of those women got into a relationship and just grew to love their husband. It just wasn't anything in the beginning. Those women got into those relationships because that's who they fell in love with, you know, and maybe because of what he did as a profession and who he was and blah, 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 and his whole resume helped the love. But she didn't marry him just based off of, you know, saying, oh, my dad gave me to you, or we're doing this because I don't think that I can do for myself, you know, because back then it wasn't jobs for women. You know, we couldn't work and we had to be at home and we were like, you know.
So do you think it's different in the sense of this newer generation marrying for financial stability in the world we live in right now? Not per se a lot of our generation in their 30s and early 40s, but that early to mid 20s, they're getting married or being in these arrangements for financial reasons, like the whole $40 Cash App thing, or these kids wanting to get married just to pay off their student loans, or, you know what I mean? And it's not a trend. It's happening a lot nowadays. Like, do you think that the difference is society's changing and so they're going back to, I need to be taken care of? Or is it just lazy?
You know what? I really don't know, because I am not wrapped around a bunch of women like that. So I don't know. I mean, my mother was a strong woman, had her own bag, you know, still get her own bag, still is a professional woman, will always be that, so that if, let's say, she's not in love anymore, or my dad is not in love with her anymore, she ain't worried about where her money coming from.
Well, and I think that's the difference too, then, because a lot of our women aren't worried about if he leaves, and that's beautiful to see the strength in that. So I think we can solidify that it has to be about love first. The stability will come when it comes, and it should come before the marriage. You think?
Hell yeah, I think it should come, because who the hell wants to get married to somebody that don't love them? Like, would you literally marry a woman who does not love you? You know, and you gotta wonder, like, will she ever meet, you know, whether it's at a grocery store or out with her friends, and she meets somebody that she actually loves? You know, because there is times where people leave a relationship that is what you call, quote unquote, stable in a financial matter, but love wasn't there. I get nothing from you. You come in this house, you treat me like a fucking ghost. I'm not talk to me. You know, who gives a shit you bring 6 figures or millions of dollars in this bitch if I'm sitting here and you don't talk to me? You know what I mean? Like,
that part.
It's people that leave, you know, wealthy situations because, hell, he don't love me and I don't love him.
Facts.
Or you have the ongoing cheating for both parties. Oh, he's sleeping with his secretary and you sleeping with the pool guy. Who got time for that type of shit?
Yeah, not this day and age. I don't have that kind of energy flow. That's too much. So we can put to bed the fact that our generation should be marrying for love, not stability.
I'm not going to say what a person should marry for, because at the end of the day, it is their lives. You know what I mean? But I know
I am marrying for love.
Right? I know for me, I marry for love. I love my husband, and
Oh, hey,
it went bad, and we had to live in a goddamn box. God damn it, I'm there. I love
we
you.
there. We get that U-Haul box together.
Exactly, and we
I
come
like
out of that box with each other. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't change for me. I married for love, not what he can do for me.
I like that. And I want to marry for love because stability will come with it. It's in the package of love. So with that, our next topic was what? Because you know my brain is old.
Do Black women deserve love that don't require suffering first? And do Black men deserve love that isn't conditional on what he can provide?
Which is a tag into what we just talked about. I think, yes, to both parts. I think Black women set themselves up to be hurt before they fall in love. Like, oh no, I got to go through it. And Black men assume that they have to be this superhero to get a woman. It's just the roles that we've been told to play for a while now.
Wow, that's interesting that you said that. Like, what do you mean that Black women, like, I gotta go through? Like,
oh, you ready for this? Oh, okay. So, and this is not me speaking. This is only speaking from what I know as a man who has a lot of female friends. I hear all the time, oh, I saw the Superman in him and he only saw Clark Kent. Or, you know, I saw this man here. And it's like, yeah, women, especially women of color, have this ability. It's a beautiful gift to see men in a way that they never see themselves, even after they've broken up and moved on. And that's a beautiful gift, but it's also such a, for me, it's like, man, you put this man, you know you're going to get hurt because he's not where he wants to be or he should be. And you see that in him, but you also see the greatness in him that he doesn't yet see in himself, which for me, as a man, it's like, dang, give me that kind of chance. Instead, I see y'all give these chances to these men who y'all know are broken. Y'all think y'all can heal or fix. And even if y'all can't, y'all see the man that he is going to be if he got his shit together and if he followed the path of light. And it's like, dang, you see Superman where he don't even know he an alien. All he knows is he Clark Kent. You know what I mean?
Right. So do you think that, with that being said, that because we hold on to the trash, and I'm saying we ladies because I'm a Black woman too, but since we hold on to the trash, we mess it up for the ones that are not, the ones that are ready, the ones
because
that
we're waiting for the trash to get together, to get his shit together.
So that's what you believe?
I not even believe it's what I've seen. You know, you can only go by what I know, and what I've seen in my life experience is a lot of women seeing a Superman and waiting for him to hurt her so she can then build him back up. Like, it's okay, Clark Kent, I know you're Superman, you'll try again later. My point of view.
So that you said Clark Kent got me buzzed.
Like,
Clark Kent. Yeah, you gotta stop with the goddamn references of the superheroes.
You know, that's all I can go with. It's either superheroes or something really random. Like, we could talk about the originals, I mean, because then you could understand that. But
you know what? I think it's just it's somewhat of a cycle. And let me explain why. I think that 9 times out of 10, if the women that surrounded you were in positive, great relationships, then 9 times out of 10, that's what you're going to grow up to, you know, catch the red flags of yes, right? I also think that fathers play a really big role in how women pick and choose their men.
Because your first love is a man.
Right.
Is your father.
Your father shows you what it is that you want, what it is that you don't want. You know, your father kind of like navigate that for you as you grow up. So if you have a father within the household that is pretty much, you know, loving your mom and dad showed you what healthy love is, because not all love is healthy love. It's not.
Not all love is healthy love. Say that again. Right. Yeah.
It's not. You know, your mom and dad shows you what it is to be passionate with each other.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that don't even see their mom and dad kiss or embrace or hug or sit there and have conversations. There's a lot of us that didn't see that growing up, you know? So I think it's also a part of a woman's foundation when she goes off, you know, into womanhood and start dating and talking to men. A part of
Mm-hmm.
that is what she saw growing up. But I won't say that just because you have a great life, you are not gonna meet the frogs along the way, because
Oh, preach that louder.
you know, like you really do, and you're not gonna see all flags. You know,
Right.
I think that every woman has pretty much been there, and I don't think it's just Black women. I think it's
No, it's not.
I think it's Latin women. I think it's Asian women. All women. All
Yeah.
women have been there. Whereas that they like, oh my God, I met this guy and I'm so smitten and he's so great, and then he turn around and be a goddamn toad.
And I get that. So then, the opposite end of the spectrum for the men's side, is it okay for us? Because the second part of the statement was, don't give me the line. What was it?
Do Black men deserve love that isn't conditional on what he can provide?
And I think that's something that we're breaking as well. Because as a Black man, that is, I don't hear so much now because women are finally like, I don't need his money, I don't need this, I don't need his car, blah, blah, blah. But there was a time, especially in my 20s, where it was like, oh, if he ain't got this, and this, I'm good. And I'm like, but you ain't got that.
Yeah.
So you want me to have something you ain't got yet? That's weird, but okay. You know?
I get that. I do. I really do. I get that wholeheartedly. And I think I get that more so too because I am raising two boys. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll bring you the table, but bro, have a fork. Have a napkin.
Have a fork and a plate at least. Like, I bring the table, but can you put a napkin on it? Like, you ain't got a tablecloth?
Right.
You want me to
Make
get
it pretty, you know.
But the questions were both super poignant, especially with our generation. Like, because I also do know a lot of men that's like, man, she want me to have all my shit together and she's still pining over her baby daddy. And it's like, yeah, that part. Like, you want me to have my shit together and you still asking for $40 for what? What you need? Give me $150. Don't ask me for $40. That ain't gonna do nothing unless you into smoking weed. But I can provide food and shelter, but what is the provide part? What do women want us to provide, if that makes sense?
I think that men need to know that it's not a conditional love. Because when it's a conditional love, it means that as long as I can provide with you, you are in the right.
Right.
The first time I can't, you're gonna push me aside like I'm trying.
Which is why a lot of us are stoic. Like, oh no, she gonna leave if I don't have my bread, or she may dip if I'm this, or if that guy pull up with that. And it's like, dang, if you that, not even insecure, if she's made you feel that fleeting in y'all love, you shouldn't be with her.
Exactly.
Like, if it's conditional, you know. Oof. Yeah. And I think women, on the flip side, I think black women especially should not. It's crazy how much hope y'all have for people that don't even see the greatness you see. Like, dang, you see this greatness that he ain't even pooped out yet.
Right. Yeah.
And it is a circle where we feel like we're not worthy, and yet y'all feel like y'all got to go through pain to get worthiness.
Yeah.
Like, he only hurt me this many times. Like, what?
Yeah.
But
be that whole ride or die chick and I just think at the bottom of it all, people need to realize that you cannot love someone else or do for someone else if you cannot love and do for yourself. When you love and do for yourself and know your worth, then you know who's supposed to stay and who's supposed to go. So this guy,
that part, say that again.
Constantly, I'm being screwed over left and right. I don't care how much love you give to him. Let it go. Let it go. Move on. Let it go and move on. If it's, this woman that is breaking your account, she can't see your growth. She can't see that you're trying to, save. She can't see that you're there for her emotionally and you're trying to take care of her. Because at the bottom line, I love myself and I'm not about to let you screw me.
Period. That part, I love me enough to not put myself there anymore. Or again, like, No, we good.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. So we agreed tonight on both topics. Look at us.
We did. We had two
I
different
like it.
takes from it, but we most definitely agreed.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. I really appreciate the topics of conversation, because I think these topics need to be had, especially when it comes to where we are in the world right now,
Right.
and the state of relationships.
I do want to say to the women out there, though, like, whether you're going to, marry for love or stability, know what that stability is for you. It's a financial stability. Realize that finances can go in a flicker. That can be from a company going under. That can be from bad investments. No matter what it is, just realize that if it's a financial stability, you should figure out another stability and get your own back, boo.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. And on the men's side, love does not come with conditions, so you don't need to have it all to be with her. She can get you to the place you want to be. I think you don't have to reach the finish line without her. I think you can start the race without her, and then y'all can finish together. It's not a I got this so here's what I got. Here's what I'm bringing to the table. It's more of a be who you are, and she should love you enough to be with you on the journey, wherever you start the journey with her.
Hell,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Remember that behind all good and great men, there's an even fabulous, more beautiful.
I wouldn't even go behind, standing next to, because yeah.
Bye-bye. Good night. I love you. My daughter, ladies and gentlemen, because I am a mommy.
My God, baby.
But to end the note, we have two businesses that we want to shout out today, ladies and gentlemen.
Go for it.
Sanedria Potter-Holt put on our webpage. She is representing a filmmaker and writer. If you're looking to be artistic and you want to get into film, or you looking to be writing on some stuff, why don't you check out the site www.fastlanepictures.com. Ladies, I know that you love your lips to gloss and pop, because I like mine to do the same. So therefore, Natrice Jones bought us lip gloss and lip scrub. So please check out the website glossbytasha.com. And again, when we post this video, we will make sure we put those sites into the description.
Guys, don't forget to like us, subscribe, leave your comments. We want to hear about what we talked about from you guys. So if you love what we're talking about, share. Please share the videos. We'll be back every week. We'll try to be here for you guys. If you have any topic suggestions, shoot us an email or leave it in the comments. We'd love to hear what you guys want to hear us talk about. I'm Tim.
I'm Tika.
And this is Two Sides to One Coin. We love y'all.
Bye.